Yo everybody, Panda here to bring you Medaka Box, and this chapter everyone was freaking just crazy. Such a good day for manga. Like surprisingly, even excuse me, Fairy Tail was good this week. Which I can't believe I'm saying that because a lot of the time Fairy Tail always sucks donkey dick. But this chapter of Medaka Box. People saying that we was expecting one or two more arcs left in Medaka Box, and then I started to agree with them. By how this chapter ends, it really does feel like this series is coming to an end. It just felt so much like the series was going to end after this arc, just by how it concluded. So what happens is like Shirani wakes up and she's like, "Oh, I'm survived. Like, but what's the point? Everyone else died." And turns out everyone else is fine. When Ihiko died, his death, his attacks and deaths was actually irreversible. The irreversible death became reversible from him, which was surprising. So Medaka is not using, I believe she's not using the style anymore to keep her heart beating, and everyone else is starting like Zenkichi and all that. And then as soon as Shirley was about to say, "I'm back," Kumagawa gets a call from Gehoke, which is, I can't believe I'm trying to pronounce that name. If anyone knows who Gehoke is, she's the rabbit girl who invited Medaka to the Jet Black wedding feast. And all the girls from the Jet Black wedding feast were telling you, the moon is going to crash. I was like, wait a minute, the moon's crashing. Why? There's one thing, the professor is a dick. See, what happens is, when this guy dies, he releases like a certain word, translated word that gets released. And he's like, he thought that if the world can't accept him, then the world doesn't deserve him. So what he decided to do is actually take the world down with it, and then his son was realizing that's when he meant is saying, like, your life isn't worth that much, but mine is the weight of the world. So now we understand what he meant. So that's the thing, you can never look anything behind in Medaka. You had to keep looking for those certain words. I mean, unfortunately, I'm very, 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 very super, as you guys have noticed from all my videos. So I do not understand a lot of this shit going on. But damn, like Medaka just said that send me a space shuttle. There's just one that doesn't need a return flight. I'm just gonna go out there and blow up the moon. Just blow up the moon. You just go and do it. And everyone was like, "No, you can't do that. Like, Medaka, you just died once. Like, during the fight. We don't want you to, die again." And everyone was saying that, and then Kumagawa just put his nails through him, and she even said in the end, saying, "Thank you for doing that. I know you always have to do the dirty work." And it was kind of sweet that saying, like, Medaka has considered him as a little brother, as he had, and then Kumagawa saying, "You know what? You have already got a brother. You do know that," and she's pissing herself. So what happens is, like, she got left there all alone. And she was actually shaking. She was terrified. I think that's the first time you've actually seen Medaka. I think the only time I've seen Medaka feared is when she first saw Kumagawa again. That is like the only time I think she's ever saw her, when she was like literally shitting herself. But in this one, actually, Ihiko came back, but this is his normal form. This is like not the warrior form. This is like sort of, I guess you say, his real self, and he gave her like the confidence and the courage, sort of to like get ready for like the final battle. And the chapter ends with the graduation ceremony of Sandbox High School. So I'm guessing this is where Zenkichi, Shiranui, I believe everyone but Kumagawa and some of the presidents are now graduating. So yeah, if I feel like Medaka Box is ending, it does feel like it's ending, because that's the whole point of the series. The whole point of Medaka Box was because the whole academy was like her little box, like, she could play with. I feel like that's where the name came from. Like, it's her little play box. She can do whatever she wants in. But overall, it was a very good chapter. I was very happy with it. what do you think is going to happen? Do you think Medaka's going to return? Like, do you think she's ever going to return from the moon? Because knowing her, since she's like managed to survive, you know, dying once before, so I think she can probably survive on the moon, knowing how OP she is. But you know, thank you very much for watching. As always, remember, Survive Agianst Space, and I'll see you next time, people.